Okay, turn 3. Nazca has declared a prophet, OP Nazca hacks the Apu, and there was a battle in Mapito Cliffs. And here you can see the kind of weakness of the troop spam strategy that Lanka can follow, where you have all these Atavi infantry and Markata and such. The enemy does have archers, those archers start shooting, and as I move forward to start shooting at the enemy infantry, which does a fair amount of damage actually, my Atavi move in and start getting kind of isolated. Also, I'm hitting my own troops with arrows from the back. The Bandar can tolerate that, mostly, except for this guy who has... Okay, so he's lost an eye, he's lost both arms, but he can still throw sticks and stones with his teeth, presumably. But the Bandar can basically tolerate being hit by a couple of arrows from behind. The Atavi cannot. And so the Atavi are riggedy wrecked due to their almost zero prot and the fact that their shields are bucklers, which are very small and don't parry well. But so, we drive the enemy from the field, and then we come throw rocks at the archers until the archers also die. And my Bandar actually routed at the last moment, but it was okay because we had won the battle and the enemy had routed first. So, great. We're collapsing in here to join with a bunch more Bandar and a few more Atavi to kind of help reinforce this, just to keep the strength up. We should be able to take this without too much trouble, and then that army will go off, and that army should, with that many Bandar, be able to expand reasonably well for a little while, because they've got, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Bandar. They should be able to do a little bit of expansion. This guy will head back to the capital and resume researching. Shortly thereafter, I have an independent commander. We're going to recruit an independent commander and some independent heavy infantry would actually be great. I say, knowing that's not a usual thing to be saying, but hey, look, I'm working with the cards I was dealt. So we'll recruit an independent heavy infantry. We'll head up here, and in 2 turns, we'll take 2 turns worth of infantry production, and we will take that as an army to expand up here. And these guys will probably go up through the swamp. I'm not sure exactly where they'll go. They may actually bounce over here to take out these deer tribe. We'll kind of have to see. It is a little bit unfortunate that I have these 2 wastelands that are almost guaranteed to be worthless. This is a pretty decent province. I don't know how many troops it has in it, but it's pretty decent. That Markata scout should move up this way, see what Niflheim is up to. But yeah, this is actually not a bad province. Horse tribe cavalry aren't super efficient at killing Bandar, but they are super efficient at killing Atavi. So I don't really want to try and attack them right now. We'll leave that for a little bit. Which is unfortunate, because it means that Shinuyama is almost certainly going to get that, this farm. Well, we'll see. I have been contemplating recruiting Palankasha, because Palankasha can expand even without a bless. Palankasha can expand fairly effectively with low casualties because they have chaos power as well as much higher stats. So in this province, for example, which is Turmoil 1, they would actually be attack 14, strength 20, defense 13. But the biggest problem is that they require Raktapatas to lead them. You can't mix them in with normal armies. And that also means that you can only have so many in a group. Plus, I can only recruit 4 at a time, since my Dominion is only 4. And then, of course, I have to spend a point to get the Raktapata. So really, I'd have to lead them with Yogini, which is okay, but since the Bless wouldn't really do them any good. If I was recruiting 4 of them, that would leave me with those Bandar warriors. I suppose I could do this. I could try this. Because then 2 turns of this gives me 8 Palankasha, 8 Bandar warriors. Mix them all together. A Yogini has 10 leadership, so the Bandar warriors would have a little bit of a morale penalty. Actually, the Bandar warriors would have a significant morale penalty. They'd be down to morale 10 base. As I think with the Palankasha. So that's a problem. I'll try it. I'll see what this looks like when I mix them in a couple of turns. Because Earl in the bullpen here actually cannot lead any demons. He can't lead Palankasha. He can only lead monkeys. So we'll give him these Bandar and those Atavi and see what happens with him. Okay, that's the turn. I know it's a brief one, but hey, it's early game yet. We will see what develops in a little while. So thanks for watching. See you next turn. Alright, turn 4. We took Uzad Yazran. That was expected. What's actually kind of unexpected is we took Uzad Yazran with no casualties whatsoever. I mean, once we see what that is, that's a little bit of a visual glitch right there. That's kind of cool. So yeah, once we see what we have to face, it's less unexpected. But yeah, we actually routed them before they made contact, so that was nice. No deaths whatsoever. We just threw rocks at people until they left. Great. Also, we lost 10 income in Lanka permanently. Turmoil 3, Misfortune 3 is a bad combination, not gonna lie, but I think we can handle it. I regret recruiting these Palankasha now, like instantaneous regret, just because they cost 55 gold. It's burned through all my cash, so I actually can't afford to recruit a Yogini this turn because I am bidding on Günther Bluekraft's Sonnenkinder, which are mercenaries, which will help my expansion. Moving a commander and 1 independent heavy infantry up here, recruiting 2 more Bandar warriors. I'm actually going to cancel that Rock Tapada in order to get more Bandar warriors this turn. And then these Bandar warriors, plus those Bandar warriors, plus hopefully Günther Bluekraft, will move to take one of these provinces, probably this one actually. Horse Tribe Cavalry, as funny as it may sound, are less threatening to me than Wolf Tribe, because Wolf Tribe get multiple attacks and they hit hard enough, plus they berserk, and they hit hard enough to actually hurt my monkeys and such. Also, the reason why, part of the reason I regret those Palankasha is, despite my scales starting to spread, they haven't spread a whole lot of turmoil into any other provinces yet, particularly not into either of these. So my Palankasha won't get the stat boost if I send them of their chaos power, which is really, really useful to making them better. Like right now, these are their stats in Turmoil 3. They're really good. Like, they can absolutely take on many, many troops if they have attack 16, defense 15, and strength 22. But out here, their stats will be significantly lower. So, I'm going to hit Winna. Earl in the bullpen has a fairly significant army at this point, should be able to take it with no problem, and hopefully bounce right up here and secure that province. We've definitely got some snow going on up here, which fortunately means this path will be blocked. So Niflheim will probably be moving right in to Bergamum, I would imagine. If they can, or possibly they'll be moving this way, which is fine. My scout is sneaking up north. This is a terrible province a terrible throne for Niflheim to have to try and take early, and this is, since it's led by a solar serpent, that indicates to me that it is probably the Throne of Flames, the Throne of the Sun. One of those two, possibly the Throne of the Sun. This is a fairly high-level defensive army. Fire Snakes led by a Solar Serpent, that could be a level 3. So, things are going alright. We're not super there in terms of expansion yet, but we will be a couple at most. If we don't get Günther Bluekraft, then we'll have to wait one more turn and recruit even more Bandar before we have an army capable of expanding. But so by turn 6, we should be sending out a second expansion party, which I think will do a lot of good for us. And yeah, that's the plan. So, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in turn 5. Alright, turn 5. Battle in Winna. We won it without much problem. We did lose some of our Atavi and 1 Bandar. Unfortunate, but you know, these things happen when you're monkeys who don't wear hats. The Atavi got just kind of pulled out front, as often happens, and that 1 Bandar got isolated, so yep, these things happened to us. We only lost a few units. We're actually pushing into here despite the fact that we see heavy cavalry, because it says about 20 units and the majority militia, so I'm gambling that means there'll be like maybe 3 to 5 heavy cavalry there, and we can push in with our monkeys and take it pretty easy. Now, if Niflheim objects and contests it with us, we might have a problem, because a Niflheim god, well, no, because Niflheim's god is pretty bad. Or for expanding at least. Well, they do have it's the Big Mama. 1 second, let me pull up, I need to go into Discord real quick and pull up the gods to make sure that I'm not completely unremembering. My god, I can't say words. Why can I not say words? Alright, Niflheim, who's your god? I know you're not seeing anything right at the moment, hold on. I just have to look at things. Shinuyama, Pangea, Mechlin. Or more. There's me, there's DMX. And Niflheim. Yes, it was Fat Mama. Yeah, she's actually not that tough. If they're expanding with their god, my monkeys will probably be able to kill her because she's not regenerating. Larger doesn't actually help her since she's already size 6. And resilient doesn't matter. All she has is blood surge, really. Okay, great. Yeah, if he's expanding with his god, I'll be able to kill the god. Especially because this has no dominion in it. If he's expanding with sacreds, I think I can probably kill them as well because they'll have a penalty to their stats and because this is a hot province. So they'll have a penalty to their stats. They'll also have a penalty to their prot. Should be able to take him out without too much trouble. I'm a little bit pissed off this still doesn't have any turmoil in it. Cybergol here has a bunch more monkey men, but not really quite enough to take either of these provinces, unfortunately. So he does have to wait another turn. We're going to give him another pack of monkey men, and we have not hit any goals just yet. We're at Conjuration level 1, which isn't super useful. If I really, really wanted to right now, I could summon animals. In fact, actually, that might not be a terrible... I mean, it's not an efficient use, but might work. I lost the Sonnenkinder. They were taken. Excuse me. So at least I have the money back for them, which enables me to recruit stuff. Actually, I have 349 gold. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and spend all my gold recruiting a Raksha. Well, should I? Having a Raksha Raja would be nice. Plus, he has a bunch of undead leadership. So what I could do with him is I could recruit a Raksha Raja. I've got 4 Palankasha. I could recruit 3 more Palankasha. That's the thing. Palankasha and Kalamuka warriors just cost so much gold. It's obscene. Is this Raksha Raja worth it? Not for expansion. For something else later, potentially, but not for expansion. I'll need like 4 turns of Palankashas in order to expand effectively with them. 3 or 4 turns. 3 or 4 turns of Palankashas will be able to take this, but I'm hoping to take it next turn. So what I need to do is, yeah, I just need to keep spamming out Bandar for right now, because I'm already kind of committed to that strategy, I think. The problem is that Palankashas, Kalamuka warriors, all these guys, they're just like, Ugh. I could recruit some Kalamukas here. I could do that. Kalamukas and then a Tavi. Mix those in. And take Akilendra so I can have these 4 Palankashas. With that, I think I'll be able to take this province next turn. Actually, probably not Atavi. I know I'm severely rec point limited here, but I think Bandar are going to be better just because they'll be less prone to being shot to death by arrows. So yeah, I think that's the plan. Take that. Akilendra here will grab a grab our 4 Palankashas, take them. He can also bless the Kalamukas. And that force should, I think, be able to take this province. And not suffer grievous, unendurable casualties. It's actually the recruitment points that are limiting me since I'm Turmoil 3. That's kind of to be expected, because 4 Palankashas are 124 recruitment points, which is the vast majority of what I've got. And Kalamuka warriors, very similar. Asaras and Anusara are actually less, but they have almost no prot, so they're not, it's like, ugh. Asaras could potentially work in melee because they repel, but the 2 provinces I'm looking at right now are cavalry with bows and berserkers, so repel won't really do anything for them. Anyway, I'm going to take this province, and then I'm probably going to... At that point, I have 120 woodsman blowpipes, which would suck to attack. Got more woodsman blowpipes over there. 50 bear tribe. This army probably can't take 50 bear tribe. Might be able to, but probably not. So, what I could actually do is take these 15 units.
move over there to join up to destroy the bear warriors and keep expanding in that direction. But I really also want to finish off my cap circle. I'm undecided. My expansion is not good. Just full disclosure. No bueno. Not going well. Not having any mercenaries doesn't help. I don't really want to spend 160 gold recruiting those mercenaries. So we'll just see what we can accomplish here. I can't forge anything or really cast anything. I could summon some animals. Might be worth it. I could also reanimate some skelly men, but that would require undead leadership, which I don't have a huge, copious overabundance of right now. And frankly, they're not very good. I'm going to try summoning animals. I know it's costing a bunch of nature gems, but I can get nature gems back. So I'm just going to summon some animals, and we're going to try to hit Conjuration level 2 to churn out some Hosts of Ganas. Like 2. If I can cast Host of Ganas twice, that will give me a pretty decent ethereal chaff pile that I can use to expand alongside monkeys. So, hopefully, by turn 12, we'll be able to kind of get back in the saddle, push out to take all of this stuff, and secure a decent position to be blood hunting in. That's a decent blood hunting province. That's a decent blood hunting province. That's a good blood hunting province. This is an okay, although not great, blood hunting province. So we've got some options. I don't know about that one. That's a swamp. It might be a terrible blood hunting province. And sometime in the next few turns, we're also going to start losing my mind again, start site searching, and of course we're going to want to build a fort. This is probably a decent place to build a fort, except we need resources. I don't have any real good resource places around. This is actually a better resource place. Let's send you down there. You can site search and then possibly start building a fort there. In any case, these little pawns are really messing up my stees right now. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in turn 6. I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I was optimistic when I saw my god choice, but like I said, I've never played Lanka before. Not sure how well I'm doing. So we'll find out what's up in the near future here. And I'm still skeptical of my strategy. Like, this is like expanding with sacreds. Gold expensive without the bless doesn't seem like it would be ideal. But at the same time, Palankasha do have much better stats than Bandar. Or even Kalamuka. I mean, Kalamuka ain't bad, but Palankasha are better. The lack of holy points is kind of what cripples me. But I could definitely go Palankasha and, like, Atavi archers. Huh. I don't know. Or Palankasha plus Markata or something. I'm going to keep recruiting Palankasha. I'm going to go Palankasha, get some Bandar, couple of Atavi. I'm going to try that for a little while. I'll have to lead expansion parties with Raktapatas and maybe Yoginis, but let me see if this works out. Especially because I've got those 4 Palankashas. I'd like to build this up to 8 or 12 and then actually use them, because I don't want them just sitting around doing nothing. But I do kind of need some of that turmoil in other provinces around me. Like, that province has some turmoil in it, so launching a party over there to take that province might be a good idea. I'll tell you what, actually. What if we take these 14? Because he's the prophet. And what if we move them right there, so that I can collapse together with them, and then we're recruiting more troops and more Palankashas. We've got 5 units there. Okay, I think this might be the way to do it. So go over there, take that, take that. 2 more turns, that'll give me 8 more Palankashas, plus 8 Bandar. And I can take those and attack this province with those plus a few Atavi, and I think they'll be able to take out these horse tribe. Okay, I think that's the plan. We'll see how that goes. So, that was turn 5. I'll see y'all in turn 6. Alright, it's turn 6. This went badly. As you may notice, there's actually a fairly significant block of heavy cavalry here. This is more than I was hoping for. This is 8. I was hoping for like 4 or 5. So yeah, this is bad. Heavy cavalry are very, very good at killing monkeys, because monkeys are kind of like mediocre, good-ish troops, okay-ish troops for the early age, and heavy cavalry are like really good troops for the middle age. So, yeah. It went badly. My monkeys stood there throwing rocks and sort of got stabbed to death. We killed a few of the heavy cav here, but they routed my whole army. In particular, Earl in the bullpen killed several with smites and such, and was then run down by heavy cavalry and murdered. So, that was good. Yeah, we lost our expansion party. All the Bandar, Earl in the bullpen dead. We killed 3 heavy cav and 3 militia. So this province is actually still pretty rough to take. That said, we've got to make some distance somewhere because it is now turn 6, and we have 4 provinces and no income. So I've got to make some distance. I've got to get some income. I've got to start putting up forts. This is all non-negotiable. I cannot wait. So, I have 2 options. I can either push this way and try to get that, which I should be able to get before Niflheim, because Niflheim can't cross these because of his own cold dominion. I'll be boxed in by a throne, by 2 thrones, actually, there. I think, actually, that's relatively safe, because I'm the only one who really has access to it, assuming I can take Lis here. Now, Lis is a fairly worthless province, and I need worth provinces right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather up all these troops over on this side. This is an okay expansion party. It's got 8 Palankashas in it. It's got a bunch of Bandar warriors. Even with my shitty bless, it should be able to take Erissia. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to attack Erissia and just try and overwhelm it as rapidly as possible and start building a fort there. Now, in order to build a fort, we're actually going to cancel recruitment of everyone except our 4 Palankasha, and we may downgrade those Palankasha to Kalamuka warriors. Now we're going to stick with the Palankasha because the Palankasha get the chaos power, and as our dominion spreads, that will be more and more of a buff. It's not that much of a buff right now. It's not, because most places don't have much turmoil, but it'll be +1 over here in Erissia. So that'll be something at least. And Erissia will give us a bunch of income, which we desperately need right now. If we're lucky, we'll also be able to sweep up here and take Titan's Breath peaks, but I don't anticipate being lucky because I haven't been lucky so far. So yeah. That's what we'll do. Actually, you know what? We're going to put in a bid for those the archers in white. We're going to cancel our Palankasha recruitment. We're going to put in a bid on Ferdinando's footmen or the archers in white. Let's actually put in a bid on Ferdinando's footmen, I think. And we will bid 276 for them. That leaves us 53 gold, which we will spend on 3 Bandar warriors. And if we're not recruiting sacreds, we're going to go back down to a Raktapata so that we can spend more money on Bandar warriors, because Bandar warriors are what we got going for us right now. So we're going to do that. Like I said, I really need to save up to build a fort, but I'm not going to be able to do it right now. Hopefully I'll be able to save up next turn, the turn after, start a fort on turn 8, which is not ideal, but better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick, I guess. Silvergoal, actually, go up there, grab that guy. Got a couple of units sitting up here that I can't afford to ignore because I'm poor as dirt and desperate for troops. In terms of research, 2 turns for Conjuration level 2, then I can start summoning Ganas. That will help somewhat, because Ganas can probably take Cormark with some support. And I have Undead Leadership on my Yogini, so my Yogini and Raktapatas can lead those Ganas. We mix them in with a few Palankashas, should be able to grab Cormark without too much trouble. I'm really strongly hoping that I can push over here and make at least this my border. But right now it's looking like, if I'm lucky, my borders are going to be here, 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 and here. Which isn't great. I would like to take that too, but I don't feel like I have the forces to grab this province. I'm tempted, though. It's in my cap circle is the thing. That's more income, but that's in the cap circle. It doesn't have any turmoil in it. Is a little bit unfortunate. Oof. Because this is the forces that I'm going to be able to muster if I move to attack anywhere else. I'll tell you what, actually. You know what? I know I'm changing my mind here, but you go grab that. You research for a turn. Keep researching. Actually, that's not going to make a difference, so you reanimate. Bring up some skeletons. Reanimate some long dead. Long dead are overall not very good, but could be something. Aratana, come down there. So then our recruitment, I will actually cancel those mercenaries, cancel that bid, reset that, so that I get my money back. We'll recruit more Palankasha. We'll get 3 more Palankasha, we're getting a Raktapata, and then fill in the rest with Bandar. Yeah, okay, so 3 more Palankasha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more Bandar. Yeah, that will give us the best odds. Then we'll go down, take this, which I think we should be able to do. We'll have 4, 8, we'll have 11 Palankasha, plus some assorted Bandar. I've got these animals up here that can patrol when I start blood hunting, which I will want to do very shortly, actually. I just don't have many blood mages to do it with, and I also haven't researched any blood yet. But as soon as I research some blood, I'm going to start blood hunting and then summoning Rakshasa, because summoning Rakshasa might save my bacon in the early game here. Swap you out for a Yogini for slightly faster research. And then after that, when I have 3 or 4 Yogini here, I'll go back to churning out Raktapatas steady. But yeah, overall, this is, you know, bad expansion. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it here. I am doing poorly. 4 provinces, turn 6, yeesh. I'm hoping at this point that I'll be able to hit 12. If I can get these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then one more somewhere, 12 or 12 or 12, whatever. If I can hit my 12, I'll be quietly satisfied, because this is looking pretty bad right now. As long as I can get out to, because this is kind of a natural border, because it's got that river, which is going to be hard to cross. If I can manage to get across it in heat, that'll be fine. My Dominion has heat 3, so if I can get across it, well, no, actually, that's the problem. My Dominion has heat. I can't get across it. Fuck. So, yeah, that's going to be a problem. In order to get across that, what I'll actually need to do is come around this way and take all of this, which I don't anticipate I'll be able to do since that's Gath. So Gath is going to be here. Now, Gath also has a heat Dominion, if I recall correctly. So these rivers are going to form a very significant natural border between us right here. And if I can take this, then this will be our border right here. That would be equidistant as well. So what I'll hope to do here is my force take that province, establish a border there. In the meantime, I'll need to build up a secondary fort pretty rapidly to take Cormark and head over this way. Take Cormark and grab Zox. Then we can double back and also snag that and set up for a play on one of these thrones. Probably Niflheim is going to get this. I don't know of a reason why they wouldn't, especially now that it's cold. And so we'll have to negotiate with them. But in the meantime, who's not moving? My scout is not moving. So there's Niflheim. Has not organized any local defense. Interesting. He's going PD-less. You've no idea how tempted that makes me to attack this province with my scout. You have no idea. So tempted. But I don't think it's worth it. I really don't think it's worth it. I'm going to go over here, keep an eye out on this province, Bergamum. See where he went after that, because he's already got, like, he's got 5, so obviously he's doing better than I am. And I would anticipate that he already has several. Like, these two, probably he already has. This one probably already has. Turn 6, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would not be out of line for Niflheim to have conquered 7 provinces in 6 turns, especially with a decent scales god, and a god who can awake expand against some adversaries. Not all, but some. So, we're going to leave it there. We're not taking any provinces this turn, which is super bad. But we should be able to grab this one, and then hopefully that one. And in those 2 turns, we will build up more Palankashas and Bandar to try and take some of these other provinces. We'll see how it goes. We will just have to kind of see how it fucking goes, because right now it's looking like it's not going well. But hope springs eternal in the hearts of monkeys. I think I still believe in DMX. DMX will lead us to victory, and should be a good time. So, thanks for watching. See y'all in turn 7.